You've probably heard the stories as a child, King Vikram, carrying the ghostly Betaal through the dark forest, answering riddle after riddle. But who was Vikramaditya? Was he even real? Today on VocabTales, we uncover the true story. The king behind the legend, his wisdom, his battles, and the mysterious end of his life. So subscribe and watch till the end.
Vikramaditya's origins are shrouded in mystery. According to most historical sources, he was likely born in Ujjain around the 1st century BCE, possibly as Vikrama of the Gupta dynasty, though some link him to earlier Malava kings. The name Vikramaditya wasn't just a personal name, it became a title that meant son of valor or brave as the sun. Even as a child, he was known for his intelligence, courage, and deep sense of dharma, righteousness. As he grew up, Vikramaditya mastered not just warfare, but also philosophy, astronomy, poetry, and statecraft. By the time he ascended the throne of Ujjain, he had already earned the loyalty of his people and the fear of his enemies. It is believed that his court was home to the Navratans, the 9 gems, a group of extraordinary scholars, including the great poet Kalidasa, the astronomer Varahmihir, and the medical genius Dhanvantari.
Under Vikramaditya's rule, Ujjain became a center of learning, justice, and prosperity. He launched welfare programs, reduced taxes, punished corrupt officials, and built temples, schools, and rest houses for travelers. He encouraged trade with distant lands, from Persia to Rome. He followed the ancient Sanatan Dharma but respected all faiths, including Jainism and Buddhism. His rule became the gold standard of Indian kingship.
Legend says Vikramaditya defeated the Shakas, Scythians, who had invaded India and pushed them back beyond the Indus. His victories were so celebrated that an entire calendar era was named after him, the Vikram Samvat, which began in 1957 BCE. The story of Vikram and Betaal comes from the ancient Sanskrit text Betaal Pachisi, 25 Tales of the Ghost. King Vikram is ordered by a mysterious sage to capture a ghost, Betaal, and bring him back. But each time Vikram tries, Betaal tells a story with a twist and asks a riddle. If the king knows the answer and stays silent, his head will explode. If he speaks, Betaal flies back to his tree. And then, he vanished. There's no confirmed record of how or when King Vikramaditya died. Some say he perished in battle. Others believe he went into deep tapasya, spiritual penance, and left his body voluntarily. But his legacy lives on, in our calendars, in our stories, and in our idea of what an ideal ruler should be. And just when you think the legacy of Vikramaditya ends in India, there are also ancient stories, whispered through time, that say his influence reached Arabia itself. That he once traveled to Mecca, where a Shivling known as the Makkeshwar was worshipped long before Islam. That the black stone of the Kaaba may have once been part of a sacred Sanatan temple. These aren't confirmed facts, but they are powerful tales. Tales that suggest India's spiritual light once touched lands far beyond its borders. So whether myth or memory, Vikramaditya remains a symbol of a time when knowledge, dharma, and culture united civilizations. If you learned something today, like, share, and subscribe to VocabTales. And remember, history is not just about the past.